Hello people, Joshino here. Today I'm going to talk about the TR T7 Mini-Chaingun. This isn't going to be quite a review and a bit past the first impressions, whilst generally advocating the gun. So I've been annoying both the TR outfit I'm currently playing with and the VS one by talking about this weapon so much. However, I have been having so much fun with it. At first I thought it was only a quirky weapon that was only good at killing group rushes through buildings, but I've really changed my opinion about it. I'm doing very well in most situations now. I feel like I found the missing link, but not in human ancestry, but for the TR's underpop situation. Okay, maybe I am exaggerating, however I do want to shout out about this weapon off of the rooftops. Come try the TR Chaingun! So as a disclaimer, I hope this isn't just a case of quirkitis. Firstly, I have run this weapon with the extended magazine, giving an extra 100 shots per mag. I feel this is really the only way to go, as those extra 100 shots make this weapon such a beast. Addressing the fun factor, this weapon has its own very unique functionality, with the way it has a varied fire rate based on how long you hold down the trigger. It means you have to change your playstyle to accommodate it, and for me, this is refreshing. It relied often on pre-firing, especially around corners and buildings. I also found myself paying much more attention to the enemy blips on the minimap too, and this weapon really stands on its own against groups of enemy infantry. It has an aesthetic that echoes Quake. I mean, come on, it looks like such a gritty badass weapon. The sound it makes is unique, annoying to some people, but music to my ears. And the sound really draws you into the feeling that this weapon is actually chewing up and spitting out hot bits of metal at a very ferocious speed. I feel that perhaps one reason for the gun performing quite well in 1v1 situations is that the initial fire rate is misleading to the individual on the receiving end. It is easy to get it into your head that you have more time to respond to the chaingun than you think. Before you know it, you're getting hit at 800 rounds per minute, and then it is all over. Whilst we're on this topic of rate of fire, I will say briefly that this weapon, when in its full swing, feels like a GD7F or Serpent. However, you don't have to stop to reload. It does start to build up a big kick upwards, but I feel you can drag this down, and against groups of enemies, those behind the first person will probably be taking hits, unable to fire through their teammate if they are blocking their line of sight. Also, using enemies like this as cover, you can get kill after kill, as they are unable to react to the concentrated fire quick enough, as you are already in your full stride. The heavy shield can also give you the buffer time needed to get up to full spinning speed if you are caught unaware. I will say though that the times that are frustrating with the chaingun are the times you are taken by surprise in close quarters. The spinning time does affect how you are able to react, and it can feel quite annoying when coming from carbines or other LMGs. So I wouldn't suggest getting into close ranges when they will be able to react at the same time as you. Use the spin up time to engage at a few meters away, and move towards them to be closer for your high rate of fire. Something else to note is the fact that the dot is so small, it gives a better sight for accuracy, and weirdly feels quite competent at range. Firstly, that the first shot is quite accurate, and whilst you don't do too much damage, the tiny pinprick sight really helps in controlling your fire. Also, in the case that they haven't noticed you, lots of bullets seem to work as well as bursting fire does on other weapons, and honestly I feel I get more kills than I deserve at longer mid-ranges with it. Another thing to mention is that often the outer circle that grows with the longer you fire overstates the cone of fire. I noticed that just keeping my aiming, even with the big kick, to the dot rather than the general space of the circle kept a modicum of accuracy. I also think the weapon benefits greatly from fighting in battles where you have support from chums, as an engineer's ammo pack will mean infinite vrrrr, so I'd advise fighting at locations where you aren't too overpopulated by enemy forces. Also, you will mostly be playing cautiously and supporting, so usually they are around, but for a gutsy kill streak, you will have plenty of shots for kills. Anyway, I would highly recommend this weapon. With a little control, it can act like a GD7F, with so many more bullets, and no need to reload. Also, it is the most fun weapon I've used as an infantry player, and would definitely now rank it as my favourite. To those that have it unlocked, and feel it is a frustrating weapon, try to get into the playstyle of the gun, and I hope either my footage or my commentary has helped. Thanks for watching, Joshino.